Medical disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes. It does not replace the medical advice of a trained doctor. Seek medical advice before beginning any treatment plan. Hey, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Shall we start? Let's start at the very beginning. I'm 9.3, but I'm going up. So, today I want to discuss scare training. And, oh my God, when I was diagnosed, everything was, oh, you're going to have to do that because you'll lose your eyesight. You'll lose a limb. And, it's kind of doesn't work. Just think of something you had to learn. Did you learn because you were scared into doing it? And back in the 70s, there was no humor really trained. It was Donnie and his diabetes was sort of like the smallest or less scary and sort of like the first thing written for kids about diabetes. But I can remember, you've got to do your urine test 4 times a day if you don't want to lose your eyesight. And how is this helpful? It's scary enough for a new diabetic to have to learn how to eat right, how to take their shots. But if you don't do it, you're going to lose your eyesight. Where are sort of the training aspects of if you take care of yourself, you're going to feel better. You're going to live longer. Excuse me. But why do we have to go down this dark road and trying to train diabetics in such a way that they're going to feel like they make one mistake and they're going to lose their eyesight, or they're going to lose your feet, or I think we need to play down the fear training, scare training. Stop feeding them, this could happen and this could happen. But no one ever says, well, if you eat right and take your insulin, you're going to feel a hell of a lot better. No. And I think we've seen now where diabetics aren't fed all this fear. Because I can remember being showed pictures of people who've lost a limb because they've had diabetes and they didn't take care of it. But, you want to take care of your blood sugars for you, and that not for what could happen. Live for the day. If your blood sugars go up, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to lose a limb. If you keep them up, you're going to start feeling crappy. Complications could set in. But don't dwell on the negative. I was kind of told, well, if your blood sugar goes high, this will happen, and this will happen. So don't let it get high. And back then, there were really no tools to tell us this. So the fear was there. And what ends up happening is you stop and you miss something. And it's kind of like, well, nothing really happened. I didn't lose my eyesight or anything. I'll relax and I'll just do things my own way. Now, I'm not going to lie to any kid or that, yes, complications could lead. So I have my TV on for extra light. But that doesn't mean that everything's going to go wrong all of a sudden. I've talked about where young girls were keeping their blood sugar higher so that they could lose all the excess weight and that they could look, so tight for summer and everything. That shouldn't be an option. You could get up, you could exercise, you could eat right, take your medication, and all of a sudden I'm very dark again. Just let me, there we go. But don't be scared. Don't use scared training. In the back of your mind, it'll always be there. Oh, can't do that because, if I have a slice of cake, no, you can't do that because you're going to go blind. I don't think so. I think getting your blood sugars for time and range, and thus, if you do a good time and range, your hemoglobin A1C will be better. I am so hopeful that no one tells a new type 1, oh, well, you'll have to do everything perfect. Here they're thrown into a world where everyone else can have a sweet when they want to, or go out for a drink. But no, because you're a diabetic, you have to follow our guidelines. And I really sometimes just want to say, I'll do it when you do it. Very few people live so tightly regimented. Big Easter and Christmas and Halloween. all center around sweets. So you're going to tell a young kid, oh no, you can't have a sweet. Especially now when we have so much information, we can find out how much carbs are in that sweet. And having a couple and taking the appropriate insulin will not make you go blind. Keeping things tight controlled is sort of your best defense. I mentioned in a video earlier that when I have normal blood sugars, I feel good. But once I kind of hit 10, things sort of slow down. And I sort of second judge, and that's the time to take action, not waiting until you have the complication. So, scare tactics don't work. And with that, I hope you have an awesome day. Bye.